Shri Chaitanya Dasa and Jyoti Patil Mataji. Shri Chaitanya Dasa. Very nice. Radhakunda Mataji and Acharya Sevak Prabhu, Rasakrida Mataji, Savita Mataji, Jagannavasini Mataji, Pran Pavitra Prabhu, Nikunja Vilasini Mataji, Pranav Prabhu, and Krishna. So, we'll do the Pranam Mantra and then we'll go ahead and enter the Gita Pravaha. Pran Pavitra Prabhu, I think you are recording, Kada Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, I started.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yes. Pranam Mantra cheskuni. English. Yeah, we'll do Pranam Mantra. Om Ajnatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakayam Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadadi Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sakrachatam Sahaganara Raghunadanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namustate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hare Priya Vancha Kalpatarupyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthai Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswata Devim Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Stale Stale Yasya Kripa Prabhabihi Krishna Anyatrushna Janasamhitanam Nirmolita Eva Bhavanti Tasmai Namo Nama Srila Narottamaya Shri Radhika Krishna Vilasa Sindhu Nimachita Srila Narottamasya Pathe Devashtakam Etaduchai Asotvadiyam Padavim Prayati Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitamam Vishame Bhavam Buddha Kripaya Tavapada Pankaja Stitadhuli Sadrisham Vichintaya Nayanam Galata Shrudharaya Vadanam Gadgadarutaya Gira Ulakair Nichitaya Vapukada Davanama Grihani Bhavish Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langaite Girim Yat Kripatam Aham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Deva Tadhapi Kirtayami Anga Yadamatim Yadashritam Kirtim Harim Swam Satkartum Giram Anyapithasati Stitir Seva Gatir Yatra Smatischinta Stutir Vacha Bhuyat Sarvatmana Vishnu Maidyam Tvaicheshti Ekam Shastram Devaki Putra Geetam Eko Devo Devaki Putra Eva Eko Mantra Stasya Namani Yani Karmapi Ekam Tasya Devasya Seva Devotees Gita Pravaha. So, where did Gita Pravaha bring us to? So, we heard about the significance of Bhagavad Gita, and then summary of Bhagavad Gita. Then first chapter, second chapter, third chapter, fourth chapter, fifth chapter, sixth chapter, seventh chapter, eighth chapter. And today we are going to hear ninth chapter. Okay. So in the first chapter, Arjuna had reasons why not to fight. And in the second chapter, Krishna gave the reasons, Lord Krishna gave the reasons why Arjuna should fight. And fight like a Nishkama Karma Yogi. That is explained in the second chapter, third chapter. And at the end of the third chapter, when Lord Krishna says, the lust can be conquered by transcendental knowledge, Arjuna, that's how fourth chapter begins, Jnana Yoga. And then in the fourth chapter, the whole transcendental knowledge that was started there in the fourth chapter, the beginning of the transcendental knowledge. That's all in the fourth chapter. And there is Lord Krishna touched a little bit about Shraddha there. And since it is Adhyatmika Vidya, transcendental knowledge, Lord Krishna spoke about Guru also there. Tatvidi pranipatena pariprashnena seva. That's all. And in the at the end of the fourth chapter, after explaining Jnana Yoga, then Lord Krishna says, okay, Arjuna, now get up and fight. Situated in the knowledge. Then for the last time, Arjuna asked Krishna, could you please, for one last time, can you please give me clarity? Do I fight or do I just sit and meditate? Then Lord Krishna explains about Nitya Sannyasi, how one should be internally meditating and externally doing their duty. Like that in the fifth chapter. Guna Atita Sthiti, transcendental state, is beautifully explained in the fifth chapter. So there, how to attain that transcendental state? There Lord Krishna explains a little bit about Ashtanga Yoga, 1 or 2 verses. And this particular Ashtanga Yoga is elaborated in the sixth chapter. So sixth chapter is in detail about Ashtanga Yoga. We heard about Ashtanga Yoga in comparison with the Bhakti Yoga in the sixth chapter. And at the end of the sixth chapter, Lord Krishna says, Yoginam api sarvesham madgater antaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yukta tamo mata madgater antaratmana. Whoever thinks of me very dearly in the core of their heart, then that's the best of the yogis. So Bhakti Yogi is the one who thinks very dearly in the core of the heart. So now Lord Krishna gives the knowledge about himself. So a yogi can think of him dearly. So that's how the 7th chapter starts. 7th to 12th is about Bhakti Yoga. So in the 7th chapter, we heard about Bhagavad Tattva. Lord Krishna speaks about himself first, right? Very merciful. Bhagavan speaks himself. So jivas like us can get enlightened. So Bhagavad Tattva, and then Jiva Tattva, and 4 kinds of fortunate beings that come towards Krishna, and 4 kinds of unfortunate beings that go away from Krishna. And then about the demigods and about the impersonal worship. That's the 7th chapter. 9th chapter is almost like a twin of 7th chapter. We will see how that is today, 9th chapter. So after the 7th chapter is done, then at the end of the 7th chapter, Lord Krishna says, whoever knows that I am Adhyatma, Adi Daivika, Adi Yajna, like that, whoever knows me like that, they will know me at the time of the death too. Based on that, Arjuna asks these questions. Who is Adhyatma, Adi Daiva, Karma, and Brahman, like that. After answering those questions, Lord Krishna, in the 8th chapter, then he speaks about the Prayana Kale, the soul, the time of soul leaving the body. So 8th chapter is predominantly about Prayana Kale. So at the end of the 8th chapter, the Bhakti, how Bhakti surpasses and gives the fruit of any other processes. That was described at the end of the 8th chapter. Now that the Bhakti is so wonderfully aptly glorified at the end of 8th chapter, how it surpasses The fruit of bhakti surpasses the fruit of any other process. In the 9th chapter, now the Lord says, Arjuna, now I'm going to give you the most confidential knowledge. More confidential has started from the 7th chapter on bhakti. The ninth chapter, Lord Krishna is saying this, the most confidential knowledge. So that's how we came to 9th chapter now. So in the 9th chapter, it's very similar to the 7th chapter. Bhagavad Tattva there, Bhagavad Tattva here. Jiva Tattva and some more about the Jiva Tattva. The 4 kinds of beings that are fortunate, that are not fortunate and go away from Krishna, the same thing here, different kinds of jivas. They are similar. Here also a little bit about demigod worship in the 7th chapter, and in the 9th chapter also a little bit about the demigod worship. Impersonal Brahman was there in the 7th chapter. Here, the worship of the universal form. So that is described here. And the specific, unique thing about the 9th chapter is the glories of Krishna Bhakti is described in the 9th chapter at the end. The most confidential knowledge, glories of Krishna Bhakti at the end of the 9th chapter. So that is something that's not there in the 7th chapter, but is in the 9th chapter. Rest of them are all similar topics. More information is given, more knowledge is given here in the 9th chapter. Okay, so in the 9th chapter, the definition of bhakti and the glories of Krishna Bhakti, they are described in the 9th chapter. Okay, so now we'll go to the PowerPoint and then I'll share the screen with you so you can take a look at that. Ninth chapter. Yes. Raja Vidya, Raja Guhya Yoga. Guhya, confidential, most confidential. The king of knowledge and the confidential one. So that's the 9th chapter. And as we just discussed, these are the topics, dear devotees. About Bhagavad Tattva, about Krishna, about the fools that go away from Krishna and Mahatmas that come towards Krishna, demigod worship, and worship of universal form, glories of Krishna Bhakti. So these are the topics we are going to hear. So now, after explaining in the 8th chapter about this, Vedeshu yajneshu tapassu chaivam daneshu yat punya phalam pradishtam atyeti tat sarvam idam viditva yogi param sthanam upaiti chadyam atyeti tat sarvam idam viditva. Tat sarvam, bhakti surpasses, the fruit of bhakti surpasses the fruits of everything that I've just mentioned, Arjuna. That is bhakti, that is devotion. And Bhagavan continues now. Shri Bhagavan Uvacham idam tu te guhyatamam pravakshyami anasuyave jnanam vijnana sahitam yajnatva mokshase ashubhat. Bhagavan is now explaining about bhakti. We will not go into the shloka in detail because it's more like a summary. So what is Bhagavan saying here? Now, Arjuna, get ready. I will be giving you idam tute guhyatamam. Guhyam, guhyatamam, most confidential knowledge. I will speak now, Arjuna. Okay, I'm speaking this to you because you are anasuyave. You're not envious. You will have jnanam and vijnanam. You'll get the knowledge and realization both. Here, dear devotees, Anasuyave. Bhagavad Gita, many people read, many people hear, but the realizations differ. Why is it like that? Anasuyave, not being envious. The nature, envious nature. In those terms that we can understand and relate to is, envious nature is a little more like a competitive nature. You have it, I want to have it. You have it, I would like to have a little more, so I feel good about it. So that's the close thing that we could relate to. Bhagavan, you are the controller. Well, I would like to have the control. I may not have so much control as you, but I do like to have some control. That is envy in Shastric words. Actually, it is envy. We don't feel like that because we are so much in the ocean of modes. Envy is something like wanting to have what Bhagwan has instead of wanting to serve what Bhagwan wants. That's envy. That same envy will be reflected to Guru Tattva. It will be reflected on Guru Tattva. When the living entity has that envy on Bhagwan, would it not be reflected on Guru Tattva? It will be. So when we think like we want to be like to be like Bhagwan, to be like a Guru, because we want to be like. Instead, we want to serve. However they want to be, however Bhagwan wants to be, wonderful. However Sri Guru wants to be, wonderful. However other Vaishnavas want to be, wonderful. However anybody wants to be, wonderful. I would like to serve. That is Anasuyave. That's when Jnanam will turn into Vijnanam. The knowledge will turn into realization. Until then, knowledge will stay as knowledge. The servitude is encouraged in the devotees so we can get rid of this competitive mentality. Asuya. Then the knowledge will reveal as realizations. And then the realizations will stay. Until then, it will just be information. Even if we are practicing bhakti, and even if we are learning the Shastra, they will just stay as information, superficial. But for it to sink within, Anasuyave, that nature we should have. Yeah. That is Niraparada. Being Anasuya is Niraparada. Being Asuya, envious, is Aparada. So, Bhagwan is saying this to Arjuna. So, since you are Anasuyave, I am speaking this knowledge. Oh, Arjuna, you know what this knowledge is? Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam Pavitram Idamuttamam Pratyakshaavagamam Dharmyam Susukham Kartum Avyayam. It feels like, for Bhakti Devi, when you put a crown on Bhakti Devi, how beautiful she looks like. This shloka is like that. Bhagavan is saying, this is Bhakti. Devotional knowledge is Rajavidya, king of knowledge. Rajaguhyam, it's most confidential. This is Pavitram. Pavitram is sacred, pure. Pure. There's no tinge of modes here. Pavitram, pure. Idam Uttamam. This is Uttamam, past Tamam, past nations. is transcendental. Uttamam is perfect. The other one is, it's transcendental. Why like that? Because it is pratyakshaavagamam dharmyam. It is experiential. It is not just theory. Devotional service, bhakti to Bhagwan, is not just theory. When we recite the shlokas on soul, Dehinosmin yadhadehe kaumaram yavvanam jaram tada dehantara praptihi dhiras tatra namuhyati. That's just theory only for us, because we haven't really realized. We are really not living on the level of the soul platform like that. The jnana is more like theory, but bhakti, devotional service, is action outside, experience inside. Pratyakshaavagamam dharmyam. Dharmyam, this is the very core of the religion. Bhakti to Bhagavan, devotional service to Bhagavan. Susukham kartum avyayam. This is happily done. Susukham kartum. Happily done, voluntarily done. Avyayam, this is inexhaustible. Not that we are starting bhakti while we are in this body, in this life today. And when we leave this body, then the bhakti will come to end. No, it is not like that. Bhakti never comes to an end. It has been there before, it will be now, and it will be in the future too, like Bhagavan. Avyayam is inexhaustible. For jnanis, for them, everything comes to an end once they leave the body. But for devotees, bhakti is present while we are in this body, and bhakti will continue even when we are outside this body. Because spiritually, we are present in this body, and we will be present spiritually outside this body to offer bhakti to Bhagavan. So there is no break, inexhaustible, avyayam. This is bhakti. It has no beginning. It has no end. It is eternal bhakti, avyayam. Happily done, voluntarily done. Experience inside, action outside, service outside. It is pure. It is transcendental, beyond modes, the king of knowledge, and most confidential. Bhakti is the king of knowledge. Harinam is Rajase Sakalopari. And that's the emperor, the reigning emperor. So that is bhakti. Definition of bhakti. That's definition of bhakti. So this is so wonderful. Bhakti. Wow. This shloka shines through like a gem in Bhagavad Gita, the whole Bhagavad Gita. Half of the chapters on this side, half of the chapters on the other side. In the middle is the 9th chapter, and then here it shines through. Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam Pavitram Idamuttamam Pratyakshaavagamam Dharmyam Susukham Kartum Avyayam. Like Krishna is so attractive. Bhakti is also so attractive. Okay, so bhakti is so beautiful. How is it? Is there, we are hearing bhakti is so beautiful, right? Is there anything that can stop us from experiencing the joy of bhakti? Ashraddha danaha purusha dharmasyasya parantapa aprapya mam nivartante mrityu samsara vatmani. Ashraddha danasya aprapya mam nivartante. If there is no faith, ashraddha danasya purusha, when a person has no faith, oh parantapa, aprapya mam, I am not obtained. Aprapya mam nivartante, nivartante mrityu samsara vartani. So When there is no faith, I will not be attained and they will return back to this mrityu samsara. Such an important, essential factor to practice in bhakti. Shraddha, faith. What is that, huh? We hear it again and again, right? What exactly is that? I am chanting this Harinam. When I serve this Harinam attentively, then I will be completely satisfied. All my needs will be met. I will get all the intelligence I need to navigate through this world. And I'll be deeply satisfied spiritually. What else do we need? You will have the intelligence to navigate through the world. The mind will be totally avasha. Mind is in the nama, and you are with Krishna. So spiritually and materially, everything satisfied. So that will happen when I attentively chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That will happen. My mind will be subdued and it will be with the nama. My intelligence will be sharpened and focused so I can navigate through the world and do my responsibilities. And chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is being with Krishna. So what else is there other than this? So having that kind of faith, yes, these things will be done. This will happen, that faith. Srila Prabhupada explains this very beautifully. Utsaha Nischaya Dhairyat. Srila Prabhupada says, Utsaha, enthusiasm. That comes when bhakti is performed on a platform of intelligence. So I may not be having any taste for the holy aim right now, but I hear the scriptures. I hear the sadhu vani. So all this is saying that it will happen with that faith. In that scriptures and that sadhu vani, I will do it. And it will happen because it is said so. That is faith. I don't have the experience yet, but it will happen. Because Bhagavan said so. Shastra said so. Sadhus said so. So it will happen. That's faith. I took up Krishna Bhakti. I'm in Krishna Seva. I'm given this shelter. And this bhakti is eternal, like this. Yeah. So all I need to do is only this. Just Krishna Seva, Krishna Nama, that is it. This life is set and back home, back to Godhead. This kind of faith and confidence. So whenever we do, every day when we do japa, doing it with faith makes a difference. That 2 hours of japa, putting faith somewhere else or getting distracted and then doing the japa versus for each round, doing it with faith makes a huge difference. If that can make a huge difference within 2 hours of japa, how much difference can it make every day when we practice bhakti like that? That is pratyakshavagama. Then bhakti will be more experiential. So, Shraddha. Shraddha is the key factor. So Lord Krishna says, whoever has no Shraddha, I will not be attained, but they will come back to this mrityu samsara. So whoever has Shraddha, Lord Krishna he gives himself. So faith is the deciding factor. To understand the knowledge, non-enviousness, right? And to have faith. Okay, now Bhagavan is speaking about Bhagavad Tattva. Remember comparison from the 7th chapter to this chapter. So here Lord Krishna is saying how about how he is holding the jivas. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagadavyakta murtina matstani sarva bhutani nachaham teshva vastitaha sarva bhutani kaunteya prakritim yanti mamikam Kalpakshaye punastani kalpadau visrajami aham. Nachamastani bhutani pashyame yogamaishwaram. Bhuta bhrunna cha bhutasto mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. Lord Krishna is saying, you see, he also gives this example, dear devotees. Like the Akasha holds the air, I hold all the souls like that. That's the example Lord Krishna gives. All of us, when we say all living beings, then we think, oh, somebody, somewhere, some living beings. No. All of us. Lord Krishna is saying, Mastani sarva bhutani nachaham teshvavastitah. All of you are situated in me. You are dependent on me. Really? Here we are struggling hard to cultivate dependence on Krishna. But the very fact is, Jiva is dependent on Bhagwan for its very existence. Jiva is dependent on Bhagwan for its very existence. Like the sun rays are dependent on the sun for its existence. Sharanagata Bhakta Mukhya Lakshana. This is why dependence is a chief quality of a Vaishnava. So Lord is saying, all the living entities, all of you are dependent on me. You are existing on me. I am maintaining you. You are depending on me. But I am not dependent on anybody. And I maintain everything. Still, I'm not part of this creation. I'm untouched. I'm the source of this creation, but I'm untouched. How is it like that? Like Paramatma, he's maintaining the creation. But as Krishna, he is untouched. So with his expansion, the Lord is maintaining the creation. But the Supreme Personality of Godhead as Krishna is untouched. Like that. And Sarva Bhutani Kaunteya Prakritim Yanti Mamikam. Kalpakshaye Punastani Kalpadau Vishrajamiyam. Kalpastaye Punastani. At the beginning of the creation, at the end of the creation, they all enter into me. And at the beginning of the creation, I create them. So basically, Sarvam Krishnamayam. All the jivas, all of us are dependent on Krishna. All of us are created in the beginning of the creation. I mean, the bodies are given in the beginning of the creation. And all this material body and subtle body, this is all, subtle body is destroyed, final creation, final destruction is bhakti. But all the gross bodies are destroyed at the end of the, at the time of the destruction. And it's Lord Krishna that maintains everything, but he's not part of the creation. Krishna, 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 Krishna. And we are so much dependent on Krishna. That's the reality. Yeah. So, Lord Krishna says about this, and now the Lord is very wonderfully speaking about his energies. How he maintains the creation. Prakritim swam avashtabhya visrajami punah punah bhuta gramam imam krishnam avasham prakritir vasat avasham prakritir vashat. Prakritim swam avashtabhya visrajami punah punah. Bhuta gramam imam krishnam avasham prakritir vashat. Prakritim swam. This is my prakriti, my material energy. Prakritim swam avashtapya vishrajami punah punah. It's because of my material energy, this creation goes on and on. Bhuta gramam imam krishnam. Bhuta gramam. Bhuta gramam means this group of jivas. That's the literal meaning. Gramam is like group. Bhuta is all jivas. Bhutagramam imam Krishnam, all these living entities, all these jivas, the whole jiva tattva, avasham prakriter vashat, is completely controlled by my material energy. Avasham prakriter vashat. And whose prakriti is that? Swam, my prakriti. How tiny are we? Huh? Here is Bhagavan saying, all of you, all the jivas, you are dependent on me. And all of you, the whole Bhuta Gramam, Imam Krishnam is total. The total living entity, Samuha, Gramam, Avasham Prakriter Vashat, is totally controlled by my external energy. Nachamam tani karmani nibadnanti dhananjaya udasina vadasinam asaktam teshu karmashu. Okay, Krishna, you've been saying that you are the shelter of all living entities. You are creating, but you are not part of this creation. And at the time of creation, you are giving these bodies, of course, through Brahma. And then at the time of destruction, all the living entities are, their bodies are destroyed. And it is your external energy that is controlling this jivas. So Krishna, from what you have said, from the 6 chapters, it looks like you are doing karma too, Krishna. Bhagavan, you are doing some action too with these jivas. So are you entangled in this action? Nachamam tani karmani nibadnanti dhananjaya. Oh Dhananjaya, I am never entangled with karma. Why like that? Udasina vadasinam nasaktam teshu karmashu. I am least attached to any of this. Udasina. Udasina is disinterested, not attached. Dispassionate, not attached. Asaktam, there is no asakti in it. Why would I get entangled? So this is the answer for those. Again, is Bhagavan. There is a religion completely based on this, saying that Lord Krishna also has done so much of karma, and all that is bad karma, because he did not follow dharma in the Kurukshetra. So for that sake, he is going through his karma cycle. For them, karma is God. Karma is the ultimate, and God is also under karma rule. In India, we hear this a lot. All kichri, kichri. All the serials also. Few of the dialogues, they come out like this. Some are based on karma cycle dialogues. Some are based on bhakti dialogues. Some are based on jnana dialogues. Kichri, kichri. All of them. So when we hear this, oh, even Bhagwan also had to go through this karma. And there's a separate religion for that. Yes, see how Bhagwan is also in the hell now. There's a religion like that. So for that, Bhagwan is giving the answer. Nachamam tani karmani nibadnanti dhananjaya. I am not touched by karma. I am not touched by the modes. For all the impersonalists, the Lord has said that I am not touched by modes. So don't think you can become me. At the most, I may let you merge in my effulgence, but you're not becoming me. And here, for that specific religion, the Lord is saying, Nachamam tani karmani, I'm not touched by karma. Karma cannot control me. Nibadnanti, na nibadnanti, it cannot control. So, the Lord is giving the answer for all these people. Maya dekshena prakriti suyate satcharacharam hetu nanena kaunteya jagat viparivartate. Who said that modes will touch me? Huh? Who said that I will come under the control of modes? I control the modes. I control the prakriti. My adhyakshena prakriti. All these modes are under my supervision. Who in the world says that Bhagavan is affected by the modes? My Adhyakshena Prakriti, I control this external energy, and this external energy operates this living entity. Suyate Satcharacharam. I am the Supreme Director. Hetu nanena kaunteya jagat viparivartate. So in this way, Lord Krishna so beautifully saying how he is holding us all, how we are dependent on the Lord, how he is maintaining us in this creation, but he is not touched by creation. How he is not touched by karma. And how the living entities are directly under the influence of external energy of the Lord. So the Lord, under the Lord's influence is external energy, and the Lord's direction is external energy, and external energy influence is Jiva. Durga Mata, right? Durga is a jail. Durga means Durgam is jail. So energy of the Lord. So we are under the direct control of external energy, the modes, Durga Devi. But Durga Devi is the Shakti of Bhagavan. Bhagavan is Shaktiman. They're like that. So that's about the Bhagavad Tattva, the Jiva Tattva, the Maya, Shakti Tattva. Right? If the Jiva is binding, if the Shakti is binding the Jiva to Bhagavan, that's internal energy. If the Shakti is distancing the Jiva from Bhagavan, that's Maya Shakti, external energy. But the Shakti is from Shaktiman. So that's Bhagavad Tattva, Jiva Tattva. Wonderful. By this time, we heard, right? We are all dependent on Krishna. Now, who are those fools? Avajananti mam mudha manushim tanumashritam param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. Mogasa moga karmano moga jnana vichetashah rakshasim asurim chaiva prakritim mohinim shritaha. The typical example here is Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad Maharaj actually. The fool here is Hiranyakashipu, the Mahatma here is Prahlad Maharaj. What is Hiranyakashipu thinking, Hiranyakashipu was thinking, Vishnu is one among many. Vishnu is powerful, a powerful demigod. I can become powerful like him too. So there is no concept of somebody superior to me. I am dependent on somebody. There's no such concept for Hiranyakashipu. If Vishnu is powerful, I can become powerful. If Vishnu can take a form, I can take a form. Avajananti mam muda manushim tanumashritam. Param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. Bhagavan is saying, mudha, foolish people, avajananti, they do not know. Mam, they do not know me. Especially manushim tanumashritam. When I take the form, a human form, and appear in front of the Jiva, they get bewildered, muda, fools. They think, Parambhavam ajananto. They do not know that I am Parambhavam. They do not know that I am beyond the modes. Because they have a human form and they are affected by the modes. When they look at me having a human form, they think I am also under the influence of modes. They're muda. They don't know, even though I am looking like them, I cannot come under the influence of modes. This they do not know. This is why Duryodhana, when Lord Krishna went there to Duryodhana for Sandhi, treaties for peace, Duryodhana did not see Lord Krishna as Lord Krishna. He did not see him as Bhagavan. He just saw him as Manushim, just person. I'm a person here and he is a person there, Krishna. That's all. He did not say Param Bhavam, Ajananto, Duryodhana, Ajananto. He did not know that he is Param Bhavam, that Krishna is transcendental. Mama Bhuta Maheshwaram. Duryodhana did not know that the person that is standing before him in the form of a human is Bhagwan himself, and he is Bhuta Maheshwara. He is the Ishvara of every living entity. That Duryodhana did not know because he's a Mudha. Hiranyakashipu, he did not know that Vishnu is superior to him. He cannot become Vishnu. So these Mudhas, when they take the form, when Bhagwan takes a form of Manushim, Nararupa, they think Bhagwan also has come under the influence of Maya. All the impersonalists, their theory is also like that. And so Rakshasi Masurim Chaiva Prakriti Mohinim Shritaha. So in this way, they come under the influence of external energy. They think that I am touched by the modes. In this way, they are influenced by external energy. And who are Mahatmas? Like Prahlad Maharaj. Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakritim ashritaha bhajanti ananya manaso jnatva bhutadim avyayam. Such a contrast to that shloka and this shloka. That Muda avajananti mam Muda manushim tanumashritam param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. Totally ignorant of my nature. Such fools. And here the Lord is saying, Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakritimashhritaha. These Mahatmas, great souls, O Partha, they take the shelter of my Daivi Prakriti, my internal energy. Bhajanti ananya manaso. They worship me, they do bhajan of me, ananya manaso, with their mind. Not going anywhere, totally fixed on me. Jnatva bhutadim avyayam. Knowing that I am avyayam. I am inexhaustible. Totally opposite to the Mudas. The fools were thinking that whoever is standing before me, Duryodhana thought, he had his own plans of what to do with Krishna. Because he didn't know that he's God. But Prahlad Maharaj, what was he thinking? Even when he was pierced by tridents and bitten by venomous serpents, Daivim Prakritim Ashritaha. He was totally in the shelter of the internal energy of the Lord. Bhajanti Ananya Manaso. His mind was going nowhere. He was seeing only Vishnu, 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 inside, outside, everywhere. In the snakes, in the poison, on the top of the mountain. Even when he's falling from the cliff of the mountain deep into the waters, Vishnu, 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 Sarvam, Krishnamayam. Daivim Prakritim Ashritaha Bhajanti Ananya Manaso. Those are Mahatmas. Satatam Kirtayanto Mam Yatantascha Dradavrataha Namasyantascha Mam Bhaktya Nityayukta Upasate. Like Haridas Thakur. Satatam Kirtayanto Mam, always glorifying me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is glorification of the Nama, glorification of the Rupa, glorification of the Guna, glorification of the Leela, glorification Sarvam about Bhagavan. Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dradavrataha. Such dradavrata, determined. It's not that they're gathering determination to do it. They're intoxicated. They're so intoxicated. So much intoxicated. Namasyantascha mam bhaktya nitya yukta upasate. So much intoxicated, they're nitya yukta upasate. Always worshipping. Even with Prahlad Maharaj, again, when he was put in the fire, the worship was going on. The bhajan, the smarana of the Lord was going on. When he was thrown off the cliff, when falling into the waters, the smarana was going on, the bhajan was going on. For Haridas Thakur, when the whipping was happening on him, and the skin is peeling off and bleeding off, flesh falling off, the bhajan was going on. Nitya Yukta Upasate, the worship was going on. It was going on. Namasyantascha mam bhaktya. Dridavrata, Satatam, Nitya Yukta Upasate. These are Mahatmas for Srila Prabhupada. We think Prahlad Maharaj is in Kruta Yuga. Haridas Thakura, yeah, not too far at least. But I don't know. Skin with the bleeding flesh falling off. I don't know, maybe a little hard to relate. But our Srila Prabhupada, Dridavrataha in this Jaladuta boat. Don't know what's going to happen next to the body. 3 heart attacks. Don't know what will happen after stepping into the US. Knows nobody, no plan. Even though while going through all those difficulties, Nitya Yukta Upasate. The Upasana, the prayers, the worship to Bhagwan was happening. Even though there was heart attacks, there were heart attacks, one after the other on Jaladuta. And Nitya Yukta Upasate was happening. Yatantaste Dradavrataha was happening, even though he had so much of opposition while he was spreading Krishna Bhakti everywhere. And Yatantascha Dradavrataha Nitya Yukta Upasate Satatam Kirtayanto was happening while Srila Prabhupada was performing his final pastimes of leaving this body. Until the very last breath, Srila Prabhupada was dictating the purports, the Bhaktivedanta purports. That's why those purports are so potent, because it came from a devotee, from a bhakta who was Satatam Kirtayanto Mam, who is Srila Prabhupada is. Satatam Kirtayanto Mam Yatantascha Dradavrataha Namasyantascha Mam Bhaktya Nitya Yukta Upasate. So that shloka is not too far for us because of the mercy of our acharyas, our Srila Prabhupada, and our Gurujana also. Their Nitya Yukta Upasate is happening. Their Dradavrata is there. So those are Mahatmas. Those are Mahatmas. And next, what are the different kinds of worships? Yeah, Lord Krishna is explaining. Until now, Lord Krishna spoke about Bhagavad Tattva, Jiva Tattva, the fools and the Mahatmas, and now different kinds of worships. Here Lord Krishna is going to speak about Jnana Yajnena Chapanye Yajanto Mam Upasate Ekatvena Pratatvena Bahuda Vishwato Mukham. 3 kinds of worships. Ekatvena, Ahangara Upasana. Ekatvena is becoming one with the effulgence of the Lord, impersonalism. Pratatvena, Pratikopasana. Different forms, different deities, different demigods, demigod worship. And Bahuda Vishwatomukam, the Vishwarupa worship. Vishwarupa worship is worshipping different elements of the material world as the God, as all in all, that they, as if they are the Lord. Vishwarupa. Vishwarupa worship. So these are the three kinds of worships the Lord is mentioning. And dear devotees, Lord has mentioned this. There are different kinds of worships, Arjuna. There is Ekatvena worship, this Prataktvena, and Vishwatomukam. These three kinds of worships. But you know what, Arjuna? The worships are there like that. And do you know what's behind the scenes? Aham karturaham yajnaha, swadaham aham aushadam, mantroham aham evadyam, aham agner aham hutam. It feels like the life of this word aham has become successful. The word aham is entangling to jiva. Me, mine is entangling to jiva. But when Bhagavan is speaking, aham kratur, aham yajna, swadaham, aham aushadam, mantro aham, aham evajyam, aham agnir, aham hutam. Each word, each time Bhagavan is saying aham, aham, aham. That is waking up this jiva, not entangling the jiva, but is waking up the jiva. Whatever Bhagavan does is so enlivening and releases the jiva from this entanglement. When Bhagavan steals something, that is also very glorifying. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. What kind of stealing? Yes, wonderful Bhagavan. Stealing the butter, stealing the garment, stealing the food. So, such wonderful stealing. Stealing is entangling to the jiva. But if Bhagavan does that, oh, just hearing that is very liberating to jiva. Like that, this aham word, when Bhagavan is saying. So, Bhagavan is saying, yeah, there are three kinds of worships, Arjuna, but you know what's happening behind the scene? I am the very ritual. There are many rituals happening, but I am the very ritual. There are many sacrifices happening, but I am the very sacrifice. And in the sacrifices, the offerings are happening, but I am the very offering. And in the sacrifices, many herbs are also used. Aushadams are used, but I am the very aushadam. And when the sacrifice is happening, there will be a lot of mantra ucharana. They will be reciting many mantras, but I am the very mantra. And there is a worship that goes on to a particular demigod, but I am the very worship itself. And when there is a fire sacrifice is happening, all the worship is going on to the fire, but I am the very fire. I am the very fire, I am the very butter, I am the very offering, I am the very sacrifice, I am the very herb, I am the very ritual. Again, Sarvam Krishnamaya. Every atom is the Lord. In between the atom is the Lord. Around the atom is the Lord. Inside the atom is the Lord. Outside the atom is the Lord. So, after explaining those three worships, Lord Krishna is saying this. Andantarasta paramanu chayantarasta govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Worships are there, Arjuna. I am saying these kinds of worships are there. But the point is, I am everything. For whatever worship they are doing, whoever they are worshipping, I am the very ingredient that they are worshipping. I am the very sacrifice they are doing. I am the very oblation they are offering. So that's what Lord Krishna says. And these are beautiful, dear devotees, these three shlokas. This particular shloka is how merciful is the Lord. He is letting everybody worship whoever they want to worship. Karmakand is, oh, okay. You're not so interested to come into the spiritual world. You want to get just stuck in the material world. No problem. You do the karma kanda. Here you go. This is your fire. Here you go. This is the butter to offer in the fire. And these are the mantras you chant. Okay, you proceed now. Like a parent gives the toys. Yeah, you want to live in your own house. You don't really like to live in a real house. This, okay. These are the building blocks. Okay. These are the pillars. This is the roof. This, now you build your house and you sit there. Everything is supplied by the parent, the pillars of the house, the roof of the house, the doors of the house, everything. Like that, the Lord supplies everything to them, and they say, okay, now you go ahead with your play. But everything that is supplied is by the Lord. That's for karmakandis, and even for the demigods too. More will come to with the demigods sooner. But now, not only that, I am the very sacrifice, I am the mantra and everything for the karmakandis. Here you go. Even if somebody is an atheist, and even if somebody is not a human being, Pitaham asya jagato mata dhata pitamaham Vedyam pavitram omkara riksamaya jurevacha. So beautiful. Gatir bharta prabhu sakshi nivasas sharanam suhrit Prabhava pralayasthanam nidhanam bijam avyayam. Tapami aham varsham nigrahnami usrajami cha amritam chaiva mrutyuscha sadasachaham arjuna. Ah, if we read at least just one shloka before we go out, one shloka like this in Bhagavad Gita, Shri Bhagavan Vacha, and what is the Lord saying? It can just change our whole perspective. Pitaham asya jagato mata data pitama vedyam pavitram omkara riksama yajurevacha. Bhagavan is speaking. Pitaham asya jagato. I am the seed-giving father of all these living entities. Mata dhata pitamaha. I am the very mother. I am the very shelter. I'm the very support, and I'm the very grandsire. Whatever relationship that you could think of a human, and any relationship that you cannot think of a human, and any relationship that mind cannot fathom, everything is Bhagavan. Vedyam pavitram omkara rigsama yajurevacha. I am Vedyam, to be known. I am the object of knowledge. And Pavitram Omkara, I am that Omkara. Rig, Sama, Yajurevacha, all the Vedas, the Omkara, everything is me. I am to be known. I am to be known. The thought is meant for me. The deed is meant for me. I am to be known. I am the seed-giving father. I am the mother. I am the shelter. I am the support. I am the grandsire. Everything for you all. Lord Krishna is speaking to all of us. To all of us. So how can we be anatha? When the Lord is so mercifully stating that I am your support. I am your mother. I am your father. Gatir Bharta Prabhu Sakshi Nivasha Sharanam Suhrut. I am Gatir. I am Bharta. I am Prabhu. I am Sakshi. I am Nivasa. I am Sharanam. I am Suhrut. Oh, I am the goal. Gatir. I am your very goal. Don't go anywhere else. Me, I am the goal. Come to me, Bhagavan says. Bharta is the sustainer. I will sustain you. I am sustaining you. And I am your master. Very loving master. What would happen to the servant without having a loving master? There's no shelter, there's no food. I am your loving master. And I am the witness for everything you think. Not only you do. For everything you think, I am the witness. Nivasa. I am the abode. You are living in me. Sharanam, I am your refuge. And I'm your best friend. Prabhava Pralayasthanam. I am the very creation. I am the very agent of destruction of these material elements. And Nidhanam, I am the very resting place. Bijam Avyayam. I am that very eternal seed where you came from. It feels like in the front, it's Bhagwan. The sides, Bhagwan. Up, Bhagwan, down. Everywhere, it is Bhagwan. If when we feel lonely, when we feel like, do I have anybody? Is Bhagwan with me? There you go. Bhagwan is speaking here. Tapami aham varsham nigrahami usratami cha. Amritam chaiva mrityuscha sat asat cha aham arjuna. The last verse is, it goes to cover the whole aspect of Bhagavad Tattva. How he is everything. He is Amrita and he is Mrityu. He is Sat, he is Asat. It's like this. The light is Bhagavan, right? We consider, right? So if Bhagavan is like light, then what is darkness? Darkness is absence of Bhagavan. Light is presence of Bhagavan. Darkness is absence of Bhagavan, but still relevant to Bhagavan, still pertaining to Bhagavan. Dharma, religion, is presence of Bhagavan. Adharma, irreligion, is absence of Bhagavan. That's why in Virat Rupa, it is explained that chest is the religion of, chest of Vishwarupa is religion, the back of Vishwarupam is irreligion. So in this way, Bhagavan is everything. If light is the presence of Bhagavan, darkness is absence of Bhagavan. Nevertheless, it is very much pertinent, related to Bhagavan. Everything is related to Bhagavan. So, that is Lord Krishna, Bhagavan, speaking to all of us, dear devotees. So we are not another. And now, after that, all those beautiful words, now a little bit about Karma Kanda. Karma Kanda is this. You know, Lord Krishna, he has explained here, right? Ekatvena, Pradaktvena, Vishwatomukam. These are the 4 kinds of worships, dear devotees. Again, I'm just saying. Ekatvena is impersonal worship. Pradaktvena, Pradikopasana. Pratika Upasana is demigod worship. Vishwatomukam is Vishwarupa worship, worshipping the material elements as Bhagavan. The 4th one here, Lord Krishna is speaking about the Karma Kanda. Karma Kanda is, they are not much, Karma Kanda is this. They perform the yajna to go to their favorite planet, Indraloka, Chandraloka, Pitraloka, stay there for some time and fall back from there to this plane of mortals, Matyaloka, earth. So that's Karma Kanda. Swaha, Swaha, Swaha to go to Swarga and then fall back again is Karma Kanda. So Lord Krishna speaks about this Karma Kanda also, because he's speaking about all these kinds of worships. And now, after speaking all these 4 kinds of worships, we want to hear what the Lord speaks about bhakti. So, see, when there are beautiful white pearls, when we go to gold shop, if they have to show white pearls, are they going to put it on a plain white cloth and show the white pearls? Not really. They get this cloth, very dark, dark maroon or black, very contrast, makmal, dark maroon or black. And on that they put these white pearls and show. So the dark background enhances the beauty of these white pearls. Like that, Bhagwan explaining, okay, Arjuna, I'm giving you the knowledge about all these worships. is like the dark background. And after putting the dark background, Lord Krishna, he will start to explain bhakti. There's one more dark background, that is Karma Kanda. Lord Krishna explains about that. Traividyamam somapa putapapa yajnairištva svargatim pratyayante te punyamasadya surendra lokam ashnanti divyan divideva bhogan te tam bhuktva svargalokam vishalam क्षीणे पुण्ये मर्त्यलोकं विशन्ति एवं त्रये धर्मम् अनुप्रपन्ना gata kama kama labhante. So, Traividyamam Soma Bhaputa Papa. This is about Karma Kanda. How they do the Swaha Swaha Yajna and they get the Punya and they go to the heavenly planets. Then again, Shine Punya Martyalokam Vishanti. After their Punya or the spice credit is exhausted, Martyalokam Vishanti. They come back to the Martyalokam, to this planet of Earth again and again. That is Karma Kanda. So Lord has explained about all those worships. And now the Lord is saying, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janaha paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamiyaham. This is like a Kohinoor diamond on the dark background of those kinds of four kinds of worships. After saying all those worships, how beautifully Bhagavan is saying, Arjuna, okay, now you have known about all these kinds of worships, right? Now here, Arjuna, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate. Whoever jana, any person who is Ananyas chintayanto mam, if their chintana is Ananya, if their thought is undeviated on me, and then paryupasate worships me like that, tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamiyaham. I will preserve what they have and give what they lack. What is there to think, huh? There is no fear of losing something we need because the Lord will preserve what we have. And there is no anxiety of not getting what we need because Lord says that I will give what they lack. All we have to do is Ananyas chintayanto mam. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Ananyas chinta. There is no other Ananya. There is no Anya, no other chinta but Krishna, 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 Krishna. Dependent on Krishna, absorbed in Krishna, for Krishna, with Krishna. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, dependent on Krishna, absorbed in Krishna, with Krishna, for Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. After all, everything is from Krishna. After all, everything belongs to Krishna. After all, we are meant to lovingly serve Krishna. So why not? Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare. Ananyas chintayanto mam. Then what happens? Lord has promised. I will provide what you lack. I will preserve what you have. Materially, spiritually. 360 degrees. Bhakti is not exclusive. Bhakti is all inclusive. All inclusive. It's the Bhagavan that has given this body. Does he not know what's needed to maintain this body? When to keep us in this body? When to take away from this body? So materially or spiritually, Krishna, Krishna. That's Ananya's Chintayanto Mam. The whole Chaitanya Charitamrita is about this. Ananya's Chintayanto Mam. All the associates of Bhagavan. Chaitanya Charitamrita is there again, but all the Gaura, Priya Jana, Acharyas, or Srila Prabhupada, Guru Jana, everybody, they are Ananya's Chintayanto Mam. We are seeing the devotees who are living this shloka, this Vani of Bhagavan. And we are seeing how nicely they are being preserved, maintained. Yes, dear devotees. Yeah. And now some information about the demigod worship. Here, Yepi anyadevata bhakta yajante shraddhayanvitaha tepi mameva kaunteya yajanti avidhipurvakam. Yes, these demigod worships, they are indirectly worshipping me. Avidhipurvakam. They are worshipping me in a wrong way. They don't have to worship me through the devatas. That's a wrong way of worshipping. Avidhipurvakam. Aham hi sarvasya yajnanam bhokta cha prabhureva cha natu mam abhijananti tatvena taschavanti te. Aham sarva yajnanam. They are worshipping these demigods. But they do not know that I am the enjoyer of that worship, not that specific demigod that they are worshipping. I am the bhokta of the yajna that they are doing for the demigod. I am behind the scenes, receiving all that worship, though they are doing avidhi purvakam wrong way. But I am the bhokta. I am the enjoyer. I am the Prabhu. I am the master. This they do not know. That's why they fall down. Fall down is because they do not know, because they're kind of trapped at the level of, yes, if I worship this demigod, I'm going to get this back. They're trapped in that mentality. I do this worship, this demigod is giving me back. Trapped in the business mentality, trapped in the modes, that is falling down. But when they know, oh, it's Krishna that's behind these demigods, then they will get to know the Bhagavad Tattva. And Bhagavan is beyond the modes. So in this way, they will come out of the trap of the modes when they start worshipping Bhagavan. That is Vidhi Purvakam. That's the right way of worshipping Krishna directly. Yanti deva vrata devan pitran yanti pitra vrataha bhutani yanta bhutejya yanti madhyajino pimam. So these demigods, whoever doing the upasana of the demigods, they go to the planet of demigods. This we have heard before. And whoever worships the bhutas, they go to the planet of ghosts. Whoever worship me comes to me. So it's not like, okay, you worship whoever you want to. Any form is fine. Ultimately, you'll go to God. Excuse me. How are you saying that? Where is the basis, please? Where is the Shastra? It doesn't work like that. On whatever consciousness you are operating, your destination will be that. If somebody is doing black magic, bhutaniyanta bhuteja, they are worshipping the ghosts. Pretas, black magic. How will they go to the spiritual realm when their worship is in the ignorance, trapped in the modes? When somebody is worshipping the demigods, wanting something from them, wanting is passion. It is rajoguna. It is within this material modes. How will they go to the spiritual world? It does not happen. That's not Shastric. So it's not like, okay, you worship anybody, no problem. Some worship is going on. You will go to God. That is ajnana, lack of knowledge. And here is Bhagavan speaking. Everything, whatever Bhagavan is saying is, this is all tattva. The final slide, the glories of Krishna Bhakti. After speaking about all these worships and beautifully saying about Ananya Bhakti, Lord Krishna speaks about Krishna Bhakti. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhakta prayachati tadaham bhakti upahritam ashnami prayatatmanaha. Arjuna, you have heard about all these worships, right? Ekatvena, Pratikopasana, and Vishwarupa Upasana, and this demigod, Ahangropasana, Pratikopasana, Vishwarupasana, demigods, and Karmakanda. So much of complexity, huh? So much of entanglement. And after doing all that, what is their destiny? Wherever their conscious is, they get stuck there. But Arjuna, I am speaking about bhakti to me. See how simple it is. No, no big paraphernalia needed. It's not too complicated. Just simple. Simple patram pushpam palam toyam. Simple elements that's offered to me. Little bhakti. That's all. So ingredients are easily available. Process is very simple. You just have bhakti for me and I'll take it. But for the demigods to take, it is not this simple. Your yajna has to be right, your mantra has to be right. And when the yajna is done properly, only 100%, 10% without any mistakes, then only that yajna devata will come. My bhakti is not like that, Arjuna. I am very much accessible to my bhaktas. Anything that they find, simple things, patram pushpam, leaf, water, flower, anything. As when they think of me in their heart, I am there for them. Yat karoshi yadashnasi, yat chuhosi dadasi yat. Yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurusva madarpanam. So how simple is bhakti? Lord has explained. The objects required for bhakti are very simple. The objects required for any of the worships that Lord has enumerated are difficult to obtain. So bhakti is simple. And in terms of the objects, and second thing is, only when all the sacrifice goes thoroughly well, then the mantra devata may come in the other upasanas. But here the Lord is saying, just if the worshipper has some bhakti for me, they think of me, that is enough. I will come there. How merciful is bhakti when compared to other processes? And now the third point is, how practical is bhakti? The other processes to go to Swargaloka, Tapoloka, Pitraloka, or impersonal worship, or the Vishwarupa worship, all of those, you have to cut off yourself from your regular life and then go to the forest, or just take a detour, and then you have to do totally something different for those sacrifices. I mean, in Kali Yuga, we can't even do those sacrifices, but they're separately done. They're separately done. But bhakti is not separately done. Bhakti is lived. Yat karoshi yad ashnasi, yat juhosi dadasi, yat tapasyasi kaunteya, tat kurushva madarpana. All you have to do is this. Just live bhakti. Whatever you're doing, whatever you are giving away in charity, and whatever tapasya you're doing, whatever you're doing with your body, whatever charity you're giving, everything, just do it for me. Do it for me. Tat kurushva madarpanam. You know, we hear this coming from India. Sarvam Krishnarpanam. Anything, any household chores also, dear devotees, having come from India. Mother, after bathing the child, she bathes the child, takes care of the child. And at the very end, you know, she takes that. Those days it's bucket and mug, right? Yeah. So the last mug of water goes around the child and says, at the feet of the child, she goes, Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanam. Her bhakti. Her devotional service was right there in her chores, in taking care of the child. Like that, bhakti is lived at every step. Bhakti is spoken at every step. Bhakti is done at every step of life. So bhakti is simply lived. It's not separate from life. Like that, everything that is done in life is an offering to Krishna. Mad arpanam, Krishna arpanam. So bhakti is that practical. Sammoham sarva bhuteshu na me dveshyosti na priyah ye bhajanti tu maam bhaktya mayiteshu chapiyaham. This, dear devotees, now that the Lord has explained how simple the process of bhakti is and how bhakti is just lived, now Lord is speaking about his partiality for the devotees. He's saying, "Oh Arjuna, sammoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshta asti na priya." I have no partiality. I have no dveshta, no priya. No dvesha, no priya. I am very impartial to everybody. But Arjuna, ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya maiteshu chapiyam. But when somebody starts worshipping me, then I am inclined towards them. Now, the love of Bhagavan for a bhakta, it flows. Bhagavan is just opening up about himself a little bit in that shloka there, saying that, no, I'm kind of very neutral, Arjuna. No hatred, no dvesha, no priya, but if it is my bhajan, then I get inclined to him. And when it goes a little more, what is that Bhagavan saying? This is the last slide. Apiche suduracharo bhajate mam ananya bhag sadhureva samantavya samyak vyavasito hi saha. Apiche suduracharo. I am very much inclined to my devotees. He already said that. He is so much inclined. He likes his devotees so much. Even if they do apiche suduracharo, even if they have done an abominable action. Wow, Krishna. Abominable action, Krishna. He's your devotee, right? But he has done an abominable action, Krishna. What do you say now? Bhajate mam ananya bhak sadhuryeva samantavya. You should still call him a sadhu. Is that so, Krishna? But he has done an abominable action, Krishna. But he is bhajate mam ananya bhak. And samyak vyavasito hisa. He has done an abominable action, yes, but that was an accidental one. Accidental abominable action is forgiven, and he should still be treated as sadhu because bhajate mam ananya bhak. He repents for the action he has done. The abominable action that was done, my bhakta repents for that. That repenting itself is like a burning fire that purifies them. And he's continuing to do bhajate mam ananya bhak. He's determined to continue to do my bhajan, ananya bhajan. That's why he is sadhu. Samyak vyavasito hi saha. He will be quickly reinstated in his position. This is important. Devotees are very dear to the Lord. They are sadhus. But when we hear a devotee performing something really abominable, the Lord is saying, if that was an accidental one, not planned execution is never excused, but an accidental one that just happened because of whatever previous samskaras, that's one thing, accidental, not intentional. Second one is devotee burning in the fire of repentance for what has been done. Third one is bhajate mam ananya bhak, continues to done Krishna bhajan, ananya bhak, taking full shelter. Then samyak vyavasito hisa, that particular devotee will be reinstated again in his position. So he is sadhu. This is important to know, dear devotees. When we hear about any devotee, unfortunately, being succumbed to that kind of instance, still If these things are met, we still respect them. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma, shashvat shantim nigacchati, kaunteya pratijanehi na me bhakta pranashyati. Here, dear devotees, Lord Krishna is saying, Arjuna, you should this. Kaunteya pratijanehi. Oh, Kaunteya, please make this promise for me. Krishna is not making the promise. He's asking Arjuna, Kaunteya, to make promise. What is he saying? Kshipram bhavati dharmatma, shashvat shantim nigacchati. Kaunteya pratijani, name bhakta pranashyati. So, when my devotee, even if they do an accidental, abominable action, if they are doing this bhajan, ananya bhajan to me, then kshipram bhavati dharmatma, they will quickly become righteous. Shashvat shantim nigacchati, they will attain everlasting peace. Name bhakta pranashyati, my devotee will never perish. You declare this boldly for me, Arjuna, says Krishna, Lord Krishna. We are like, what? Lord Krishna, can you not do the promise yourself? Why are you asking Kaunteya to do that? Because Krishna cares for the promises of his devotees. And Krishna breaks his promises for the devotees. So for him, the promise of his devotee is more than his promise. He's Bhakta Vatsala. So when his devotee is declaring like that, then Bhagavan would certainly keep it. That's why Bhakta Vatsala. He said, Lord Krishna said, no, I will not hold any weapon in Kurukshetra Yuddha. He promised, I will not hold any weapon. But the Chakradhari, when he took up the wheel and was charged towards Bhishma in order to protect Arjuna, that was for what? That was for both his bhaktas. For his Bhishma, because Bhishma wanted to see the Lord like this, and of course for Arjuna also. So his promises, he doesn't care much, because protecting his devotees, Leela with his devotees, is more important for him than his promise. But his devotees' promises are very important for him. That's why. The last shloka. Now that the Lord has explained about Krishna Bhakti, Manmana bhava mad bhakta madhyachi mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi yukta ivam atmanam matparayanaha. So, Arjuna and all of you, just think of me, Manmana bhava. Become my devotee. Worship me. Offer respects to me. You will come to me. For sure. Mame vaishyasi yuktva. You will certainly come to me. In this way, Lord Krishna explained about Krishna Bhakti and how he's guaranteeing. This is such a simple process. And you just live Bhakti. And I am so much for my devotees. And they will come to me. All my devotees, they come to me. They just have to think. They think of me. They do my worship. And they offer respects to me. They come to me. This is the glory of Krishna Bhakti. That's all, dear devotees. So, what did we hear today? The 9th chapter is about Lord Krishna, Bhagavad Tattva, Jiva Tattva. So here we heard about Anasuya way. How not having Asuya, and we can make knowledge a realized knowledge. Yeah. And the definition of Bhakti, Rajavidya, Rajaguhyam, all that. So the definition of Bhakti is like that in the second one. And the very final topic was the glories of Krishna Bhakti. How simple is Bhakti, the ingredients that can be offered to the Lord. And how Bhakti is simply lived and it frees us from bondage. When it is lived, when the life is lived for Krishna, work for Krishna, speak with Krishna, think of Krishna, do for Krishna everything, that just frees us from bondage. So bhakti is simply lived. It's not something different that we do from our life. And bhakti is very forgiving and very purifying. Actually, the other two shlokas were not. The other two shlokas. But here it says, bhakti is very forgiving, very purifying, and bhakti can be done by anybody, however sinful a person may be, and however disqualified a person may be. That sinful and disqualification, with these two things, they may not be able to do any other processes, but they can do bhakti. So like that, bhakti can be done by anybody, how it forgives and purifies. So and here also we heard about how the Lord is partial to the devotees. So that aspect of the Lord that is neutral to all the jivas is Paramatma. The very same Paramatma, when it sees that jiva is very much inclined to revive his relationship and reciprocation with him, the very same Paramatma turns to Bhagavan. So that's what that shloka is about. That we have heard. And of course, in the jiva section, we heard about the fools and about the Mahatmas. Nitya Yukta Upasate. And the 4 kinds of the worships that we have heard. On that background, we heard about Krishna Bhakti. That's all, dear devotees. Thank you all so very much. See us now, please. Pranav Prabhu, I think that is Madhava. Madhava, Akshaj, Veda Renu, and Krish. So those are our leaders in Gita Pravaha. We'll see what they speak. Yes, please. Go ahead, man.
Thank you for the amazing class.
Thank you, Beta.
I really liked 4 verses. The first one was Ananyas Chintayantamam. I liked how Krishna says that devotees who worship him with exclusive devotion, to them, he carries what they lack and he preserves what they have. Then I also liked verse 26, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. I liked how Krishna says, if you offer anything to Krishna, but it's with love and devotion and it comes from the heart, then Krishna will accept it. I liked verse 27, how Krishna says, Yat Karosi Yat Asnasi Yat Juhosi Dadasi Yat, how Krishna says, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer, and whatever austerities you perform, do that as an offering to me. And then I liked verse 34, Manmana Bhava Madbhakto Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru Mame Vaishyasi Yuktvevam Atmana Matparayanaha. I like this verse because Krishna explains how you should always engage your mind in thinking about Krishna. You should become his devotee. You should offer obeisances to Krishna and you should worship him. And being completely absorbed in Krishna, you will surely go to Krishna. I really like these points, Mataji, and the way you explained them. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Beta. Madhava. Thank you, Beta. Thank you. Yeah, Akshaj?
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you for the amazing class.
Thank you.
So so there's like 4 verses that I really like. And so they just talk about that Krishna is everything. And it's just like you have the cheat sheet to an exam and Krishna, he's just giving away all the answers and us, we're still not getting it. We're just too distracted to even look at the teacher giving the examples.
I really liked it, Beta. Cheat sheet. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, nicely said, Beta. And maybe we will, now that we know that he's giving out the cheat sheet, maybe we will look at him, but very nicely
Yeah.
said. Yes, Beta. You think we will take a look at the cheat sheet now that we know the teacher is giving? Yeah. Yes, Beta. Thank you. Thank you, Akshaj. Veda, Renu?
Hare Krishna Mataji. The class was amazing. 2 points I really liked from this class today was that you can understand Bhagavan as he is and Bhakti as it is if you're not envious and if you realize the knowledge in you. And another point I liked was that Krishna said that I am the father, the mother, the support, and the grandfather of this universe. I am the object of knowledge, the purifier, and the symbol Om. I am also the controller of the Vedas. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Compiler. Yes, beta. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. He's everything. Yes. Thank you, beta. Renu? That's Renu, I think, right? That just said?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. Yes, beta. Veda, you want to say something?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
I really like the points. Other kinds of worship. Ekatvena is impersonal worship, and
Pratikopasana.
Pratikopasana means demigod worship, and Vishwato Mukam means Vishwarup worship, and Krishna also said, "I'm the ritual of all the sacrifices," and I really liked that, Mataji. And my favorite shloka was Rajavidya Rajagohyam.
Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. Yes, beta. Yeah, the king of knowledge. Confidential. Thank you. Thank you, beta. Veda, Renu. Krish, yeah.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, beta.
Thank you for this class. It was amazing. You said so many nice points in the class, and I'm having a little bit trouble choosing what to say.
Again, I'm asking this question. How old are you, beta?
14.
Yeah. Yes, please go ahead. Yeah.
So perhaps I can just say about the verse 9:14.
Mhm.
About how Satatam Kirtayantu Mam.
Mhm.
Krishna saying about how when we chant the pure devotees, the Mahatmas are always chanting the holy names. And I find that interesting because many times for Srila Prabhupada, people have asked him that in the Bhagavad Gita it says nowhere about chanting the holy name. So why is he saying that? And then all the time Srila Prabhupada is pointing out to this verse to all of those devotees and non-devotees alike. That we should chant the holy names. I just find that very interesting about how we do find it in the Bhagavad Gita, but most people do not actually recognize that.
They don't, because it's like this, beta. It's so, though it is Bhagavad Gita, Gaura Priyajana, those devotees who are the devotees Gauranga Mahaprabhu, who had the mercy of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, they will be able to find those things that even the Sanskrit scholars cannot find because of the mercy of Gaura. It's something, it's similar to, Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam generally gives only 4 Purusharthas. But for Gaura Priyajanas, it gives Panchama Purushartha, Krishna Prema, like that. In Bhagavad Gita also same thing with this shloka. Yes, beta. But thank you though.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. It's the same Shastra. So many Vaishnavas. It's the same Bhagavad Gita. Same Srimad Bhagavatam. But what they relish within is different. For Gaudiyas, for us, it's the mercy of Gaura that pervades everywhere, everything that we receive from the Shastra. That's why we get that Panchama Purushartha. Thank you, beta. Thank you. And yes, dear devotees. So, thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, my
Hare
point.
Krishna. Pranams to you, Prabhu.
Sarvam Krishna Arpanamastu Mataji. That point was so beautiful with the practical example how our grandmothers and ancestors, they do it in a practical way in everything they do.
Yeah.
And the example of you mentioned inside the atom, outside the atom, around the atom, everything is Krishna. Though when we listen, we say yes, yes, but how much we realize it. And you said an example, like if you recite one shloka just before getting out, that will help. So I think I would like to try that, Mataji, practically. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for the beautiful class, Mataji. The
Yes.
most confidential knowledge, hearing from the realized souls through Guru Parampara, that is the key. Otherwise, outside also so many people gives the katha, but listening this in the disciplic succession is the most important, I felt, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. The descending mercy that we need. And the shloka, and that's the very purpose why a shloka is recited in the morning prayers, the very beginning, every day. Yeah, yes, Prabhu. That's transcendental.
Praying,
Like,
begging,
yeah,
I get that ruchi on the shlokas, Mataji. Thank you.
yeah. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, dear devotees, thank you all so very much. If nobody has anything, then we can pause here. Okay. So, honoring all of your association, Vachakalpatarupyascha, Kripasindubhyo cha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jaya, Srila Prabhupada ki Jaya, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda ki Jaya. Hare Krishna.